Okay, so here's something I want to talk about. I think this was last summer. I mean, it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
This Cornell professor, Stephen Strogatz, asked a question about this sequence of powers, x to the x to the x to the x equals y. And he asked one, well, at least for me, one easy question, one hard question. We're going to talk about the easy question.
Sure.
Is for what numbers, what's the largest number for this that this works? We just saw that 3 to the 3 to the 3 to the 3 became incredibly huge, right?
Yeah.
But on the other hand, 1 to the 1 to the 1 to the 1 to the 1, infinitely long, is going to be what?
1.
1. Just 1. And the question, there's an interesting question of, if you get numbers bigger than 1, maybe this will still converge, right? So I just thought you guys might like to see this. This math is a little bit above your heads, but it's going to turn out that there are some numbers.
Yeah, but doesn't it work for anything since you have all variables?
That's true. When you write it abstractly with variables, you can just say that it works. And we're going to try to go from variables to numbers. Okay? We saw that 3 to the 3 to the 3 to the 3 would make this side be infinity, right?
Yeah.
If it goes on forever. But let's just ask the question, what if this does not equal infinity? What if it doesn't equal infinity?
What if it...
And you and I just started studying logs, which is why I thought this would be neat for you. If x to the x to the x to the x all the way up equals y, that means this part all the way up also equals y, right? So that just says x to the y equals y. Right? So all of a sudden now we don't have infinitely many x's.
Yay.
And now we use logs to help us out here. Okay? We take logarithm of both sides. Now we've only talked about this for one day, so don't fall over. Okay, so y log x equals log of y, taking log of both sides. I'm sorry, we haven't talked about logs yet. So log x equals log y divided by y. Okay?
Yep.
And now I can unlog this if you want. Okay? X equals e to the log y over y, which happens to equal y to the 1 over y. Okay? So that's a little complicated, a little beyond what we're studying, but it makes for an interesting question. We should look at this graph of y to the 1 over y.
Sure.
And just see, if this graph ever has a maximum value, that might tell us the maximum value for this side. Okay?
Sure. Let's go.
All right, you excited? You excited to go over to Mathematica and take a look?
Yeah.
What?